Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're re-diving deep into a specific Tesla error code that can be a real headache for owners. PODAB, which stands for Battery Charger Input Voltage Performance. If you've ever seen this pop up on your screen, you know that confusing feeling. You plug in your car, expect it to charge, and instead, you're greeted with an error. So, what exactly does it mean? And more importantly, what can you do about it? Let's break it down. First off, let's understand what this code is telling us. The PODAB error means that your Tesla S onboard charger has detected a problem with the voltage it is receiving from the power source. Think of it like this. Your car is expecting a smooth, stable supply of electricity, but instead, it's getting something irregular or dirty. This could be voltage that's too high, too low, or fluctuating wildly. Your car's sophisticated charging system is designed to protect itself and the battery. So when it senses this instability, it throws up the PODAB flag and often stops the charging process to prevent any potential damage. So, where is this problem originating? The primary location this error points to is the onboard charger itself. This is the component inside your Tesla that converts the AC power from your wall outlet or charging station into DC power that can be stored in the high-voltage battery. However, just because the onboard charger is reporting the issue doesn't automatically mean it's the faulty part. The problem could lie anywhere along the path the electricity takes to get to the charger. This brings us to the diagnosis phase. How do we pinpoint the actual culprit? The first and simplest step is to rule out the power source. Is the problem with your home charging setup? Try plugging into a different outlet or even a different location altogether, like a public charging station or a friend's house. If the car charges perfectly fine elsewhere, you've likely isolated the issue to your home's electrical system or your mobile connector. It could be a faulty wall outlet, a bad breaker, or an issue with the wiring in your home. In that case, you'll want to call a qualified electrician to inspect your setup. However, if the PODAB follows you around and appears at different, reliable charging stations, then the problem is almost certainly with the car itself. Now we need to look at the vehicle's hardware. The two main suspects are the charge port inlet and the onboard charger. The diagnostic process here gets a bit more technical. A technician would start by testing the voltage directly at the charge port. They'll check the AC input to see if it's stable when a charger is connected. They're looking for any signs of voltage drop, spikes, or inconsistency that would trigger the error. This test helps determine if the issue is with the connection at the port, or if the unstable powers making it past the port to the onboard charger. So, let's talk about the fix. If the diagnosis reveals that the charge port inlet is damaged or has a poor connection, the solution is to replace it. The pins inside the charge port can get corroded, bent, or damaged over time, especially with frequent use or exposure to the elements. This can create resistance and lead to the very voltage irregularities that the PODAB code warns about. Replacing the charge inlet is a fairly common repair for high-mileage Tesla. On the other hand, if the charge port checks out and the unstable voltage is still being detected by the system, the focus shifts to the onboard charger. This is the more complex and expensive repair of the two. If the onboard charger has failed, it's no longer able to properly manage the incoming electricity. In this scenario, the entire onboard charger unit needs to be replaced. This is a job best left to certified Tesla technicians, as it involves working with the high-voltage system of the vehicle. It's not a DIY project unless you have extensive training and the proper safety equipment. To recap, the PODAB code means your car is unhappy with the electricity it's receiving. Start your troubleshooting by checking the power source via a different charger and location. If the problem persists, the issue is likely with your car. A professional diagnosis will test the charge port and AC input stability. The fix will typically be either replacing a damaged charge port inlet or, in more serious cases, replacing the entire onboard charger. Dealing with charging issues can be frustrating, but understanding what the error codes mean is the first step toward a solution. PODAB is your car's way of protecting itself, so it's an alert you shouldn't ignore. If you've run into this code, start with the simple checks, and don't hesitate to seek professional help to get it diagnosed and fixed correctly. I hope this breakdown was helpful and demystified the POD error code for you. If you have any questions or have experienced this issue yourself, drop a comment down below and share your story. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more Tesla tips and diagnostics. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.